Okay, so now what I want to do is I just want to combine the code that we have already from the tricolor LED and then put it into this motor controller so we can kind of get a symbiosis between the two pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up that piece of code from earlier on. So let's see what that was. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Hold on a second. I'm going to go to recent files. So file, open recent. And I think it was the base code is what we're looking for. Yeah, so here's the definitions of the ports that we used and the different LEDs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and move this over here, and I'm going to copy and paste that right into this code. Okay, so I'm going to put this information here about the LEDs into my header file, or not so in my header file, but into my globals, I should say. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this chunk of code here defining the port direction right here into my setup. Let me tidy that up. And then let's see what else do we really need to do. Let's make it so that it turns on the green LED when it's going forward. Okay, so I'm going to go down to my forward routine right here, and for the duration of the time that the robot is going forward, let's just do a simple digital right, and then oops, DRITE. We're going to do the green LED, and we want to make it high. And then what we'll do is let's right after that, so it runs for a period of time, and then we're going to just make it so that we turn it off. Okay, as soon as it reaches the end of the duration that we're going to go ahead and play with it. So for as long as it's going forward, it should be a green, and then as soon as it switches, as soon as that delay is over, it's going to turn back off again. Why don't I do the red LED for stop? Let me find stop. There it is. And let's do red. And then we're going to turn it off. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just test that real quick. So we're going to do, let's just kind of delete these for a second. We'll just do something simple. Let's go forward for 3 seconds. Let's stop for 1,000 milliseconds for 1 second. And let's just do this a couple of times. And what we should see is the LED turn on and turn off corresponding to the direction of the motor. So let's load it up and see how if it was as easy as I think it is. I'm going to go ahead and close that. I should have tested it first, but I'm pretty optimistic this is going to be fine. So here we go. I should have paused it. Maybe I will. Okay, so here you can see it. It runs just those 2 times. I put a shadow over here because I have a light so you can actually see the color. Let me load it one more time. But you'll see that it turns green for the 3 seconds. Oh, dang it. Hold on 1 second. I just had an error. Okay, sorry about that. The cable slipped out. Wasn't all the way in. So you can see now if I go ahead and load it, it turns green while it's going forward. Turn red while it stopped. It's perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and build on this code a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've added different light colors to all these different functions, and in some of them there's going to be a mix of colors. Okay, it's maybe a little hard to see in the camera, but there's going to be the blue and the blue-green and a red-blue, so a purple that pops up, and you can see it here in code. It's nothing more than just going ahead and calling both of these on, 2 different colors on. They're only microseconds apart from each other, so it's imperceptible. So they're going to appear to be going on at the same time, and then they go off at the same time. And when I call another function, they go on at the same time and off at the same time right here. So now we've got color indicators built in with our direction, which could be really handy for some diagnostic things. So I think actually I'm going to end this particular video. You can see right now how easy it would be to do something like dance. You know, I could simply go ahead and copy and paste all these different directions. I could do blind navigation. I wouldn't need to have any sensors. If I want to do dead reckoning, I could do a maze where I tell my robot to steer around any one particular objects or whatever else, come back to home. But it all would be sensor free. It would just be a matter of timing how long I need my robot to go forward, timing how long I need to go left or turn right, and all that's going to be dependent on a couple different variables. A lot has to do with the robustness of your batteries and whether or not you have good traction on the floor. Since there's no sensors, there's no feedback. But it actually is very useful to be able to know how to do this, because a lot of times in various competitions you simply want to go forward, or you simply want to spin to the right or spin to the left. So with that, I'm going to end this particular segment, and I will see you again really soon.